Today is Tuesday, September 17th, 2019. This is my second reflective journal of the fall 2019 semester. The prompt for this journal is to reflect and discuss the process on one of my semester goals. So after going through and choosing from my 3 goals, I chose one particular goal. So the goal was to complete 2 real patient evaluations to perfect my documentation skills by the end of the semester. So I have done way more than 2 evaluations at this point since making my goals, but I feel as if I shot really low on the number. It was achievable in that sense, but I guess I just figured I wouldn't be documenting a lot. I would be doing like evaluations on the field, but I was wrong. I've been doing evals almost every time I clinically experience, if not one, many more. But I still feel like my documentation skills are lacking up to what I want them to be. I feel as if it's hard when I'm writing, gathering a history from a patient. It's hard for me to abbreviate that. At that point, I'm getting so much information. Most of the time, it's helpful, but there are some snippets that aren't, and weeding through those and writing them down at the same time is just so hard. And then I'm trying to pull abbreviations in there to make my note look more professional, and it ends up not being that way because I'm not as comfortable with writing abbreviations, and I know some don't and some do. I feel like I would like to have a mixture of both to be able to do both. And if I'm in a hurry, if I'm really comfortable with abbreviations, then I can abbreviate most things. But if I'm not really in a hurry, or I'm making a note, after the fact, then I could write it all down using minimal abbreviations. But I guess I struggle with worrying about missing something and leaving it out rather than not worrying about how pretty the note looks. And I know it's not supposed to be like that. And I am somewhat of a control freak when it comes to in the order of how I document and, what I like to put in each section of a SOAP note. And, the order that I actually do my evaluation. But I found that I really do think that I've perfected how most people document it, but I don't think that I've perfected my skills on the mixture of knowledge that I want on documenting. I still think that I'm going to change it. The way that I document will be different probably throughout the rest of this semester and throughout maybe the rest of, the whole spring semester, just because I'm trying to find what I like and what works for me and what's easy to read for everyone else, like preceptors and, I do like that I made this a goal because my very first clinical experience of this semester, like actually on field with the team, I wrote up I hand wrote 2 notes, and then I went in and documented them on our online database. And then I guess I realized how much I was writing and how long it was taking me, and I understood why people abbreviate. And then the preceptor that I was under went ahead and wrote up a note while I was doing an evaluation, and I just compared that to mine. Not saying that mine's wrong or theirs was wrong, but I would like a mixture of both, I guess. And I think that just comes with expanding my knowledge on the abbreviation world of documenting. I definitely need to, or I definitely would like to add in some of the well-known abbreviations that are pretty, universal in this career or in this side of healthcare. And I do think that it would make my life documenting much easier if I did know the abbreviations and I could put them into my documentation so it could help me, cut down on documentation time, and also feel like I'm getting more interaction out of the evaluation than the athlete probably feels, because I know we've all done an eval where you're just writing and writing and writing and you really feel like you didn't interact. And I hate to feel that way because I'm so worried about leaving information out, but also I don't have a lot of time. So I just feel like a scribe at that point. I want to get away from that. And I think that I'm obviously going to keep this goal, but I've achieved the 2 real patient evals. But I'm going to keep going just because I've achieved that number. I'm just going to keep going just because it's not up to the standards that I think that I want to set for myself. But yeah, so I guess that's my progress on one of my goals, and I guess how I plan to keep going with this goal. But yeah, so that's journal 2.